So you've launched a shiny new business, your website is live and kicking, and your launch offer gets you some cash flow. So what's next?
Let's find out.
Hello, I'm your host Kaycinho. I'm a digital alchemist, and this episode is episode number 6 of a module dedicated to the action phase of starting a business. So if you haven't seen the first 5 videos, I invite you to check the playlist in the description of this episode. And by the way, this module is the 4th module of a course dedicated to take you from the burning desire to become your own boss to actually launching your business. So you will also find a link to the full course playlist in the description of this episode. Starting a new business, especially when you are transitioning from the corporate world, can suck up a lot of energy. Now, usually while you are doing the effort, you don't really realize it, but once you're in business and look back at all the steps that you've been through to make it happen, you can feel overwhelmed. It's a bit like an athlete playing an important game, not really feeling fatigue and pain until after the competition is over. Now, this is a key moment because right then, after all those efforts, hard work, and pressure, all you probably want to do is to take a giant nap or go on vacation somewhere to recharge your batteries. And trust me, no one is blaming you here because that feeling is 100% normal.
But
Because yes, there is a but. This is not the time to rest on your laurels because, believe it or not, the real work starts now, especially if you are a one-person operation type of business. Now, I'm not saying this to discourage you. On the contrary, I'm going to give you some tips to not only get to the other side of the mountain, but actually enjoy the process. Step 1. Celebrate. Okay, I just told you should not rest on your laurels, but this is not the case. What I'm advising you to do is to look back from the very beginning of your entrepreneur journey when you had the burning desire to fly on your own up until the recent launch of your business, and yes, now is the time to congratulate yourself.
now why?
Because even if you do not realize it yet, you have just achieved what many people only dream of. You've launched your very own business despite the hardships, and you gave yourself a chance to be on your way to living a fulfilling life and hopefully to financial freedom. Too many times as newborn entrepreneurs, we face a lot of stress and sometimes we forget to celebrate the little victories that we achieve on our way to success. I strongly believe success is only enjoyable if you can benefit from it. Think about it. Even if you made millions, what difference would it make if you never took the time to enjoy your life and spend quality moments reaping the benefits of your work? So I'm not only talking in the context of the business you've just launched, but I'm talking about your whole entrepreneur journey. Take time for yourself, do something you love doing and that maybe you haven't done for a long time. Offer yourself a present, whether a tech gadget, new clothing, or whatever makes you feel like you've been rewarded for your work and dedication. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean spending lots of money. It could be something that you love eating or maybe just watching the sunset at your favorite spot. But whatever it is, I try to do that when I achieve big milestones and even little milestones. And the benefit is that when I take on new important milestones, consciously or unconsciously, I know that there's a reward coming at the end, so it helps me to get started. Step 2. Cut the distractions. Now, I don't know about you, but my mailbox is like a giant monster that grows to Jurassic proportions when I happen to not open it for a day or two. So I used to leave it open all the time while working on the computer so that I could treat the queue as emails came in. Now, as you can imagine, this is probably the worst way to deal with email overload. So instead, what I'm doing now is this. Rule number 1, no professional emails on my personal smartphone. Rule number 2, my emailing software is not open by default. Rule number 3, I only open my email software 2 or 3 times a day, and I try to treat the emails in sessions of 15 minutes. This helped me a lot because not only do you get rid of a major distraction source, but also you get a lot less stress dealing with your emails. But nowadays, social media is the real beast that can kill your productivity. Yes, social media is great for businesses, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about endless group messaging, gazillions of funny cat videos, animal thug life compilations, hilarious baby videos, stunts, video games, epic fail compilations, inspiration quotes, perfect life holiday pictures, and so on. Basically, while this can be fun in your own private time, if you spend your time on these social nodes during your business time, you won't achieve much, if anything. Make sure you get this. Whether you're freelancing, coaching, or selling products, make sure that you treat your business as it should be treated.
As a business.
Because if you don't, even if you are your own boss, if you do nothing all day, you will be the boss of thin air, if you get what I mean. Of course, the same advice is valid for Netflix, video games, and basically anything that can distract you from your goal. Step 3. Stick to the plan and plan the smart way. In episode 1 of the module dedicated to the preparation phase of starting your business, we've discussed about your business and marketing plans. And if you haven't seen that video, I strongly suggest that you click on the playlist link that I've put in the description of this episode. In that specific episode, I gave you resources to read that actually help you craft simple yet powerful business and marketing plans in a short period of time. So if you've done your homework, you have a solid foundation, but like with all plans, they're only as good as you follow them. And even with a plan, you need to know where you are before you can actually follow the plan to your destination. So what's the best way to follow your plan on a daily, weekly, and a monthly basis? Well, there are many ways, but what I want to share with you today is a simple way to achieve that. And to do that, there are many tools that you may use like calendars, to-do lists, dedicated software, and even plain paper. But I like to use Trello. Now, if you don't know Trello, well, you should. It's so far the easiest and most productive tool that I've used for organizing my work, and although it doesn't come with all the bells and whistles of more complex solutions, to me it works great and plays well with the other tools in my arsenal. And by the way, this video is not sponsored in any way by Trello. I just love their product, and the good news is that their free version is just great, and you can start working with it literally in seconds. Now, as usual, you'll find all the links in the description of this episode and in the companion blog post. So if you didn't know Trello, now you do. And basically, I break it down this way. 1, I create a stack with big milestones I have for the month. 2, I create a stack with stuff that I should get done this week. 3, I create a stack with stuff that should be done today. There's only 24 hours in a day, so depending on the workload, I try to give myself realistic goals. Something like 3 things that I absolutely want to achieve in my business day. 15 things that I absolutely want to achieve in my business week. Then at the end of the business week, I refine, readjust, and update the objectives for the following business week. Now, if you follow this simple yet powerful scheme, you will achieve minimum 60 important tasks per month and possibly hundreds of small ones. So this way you allow yourself to stick to your business and marketing plans without feeling discouraged, and you achieve it by breaking down big milestones into smaller actionable tasks. Step 4. Study your competition. While I don't think that you should become obsessed comparing yourself to your competition, I believe that it can be good from time to time to assess what your competition is doing and how they're doing it. Scour Facebook groups, comments in blog articles and online forums, and write down what is liked and what is disliked about your competitors. At the end of the day, those who make your business a success or a failure are the customers. So you may want to really take into consideration their opinion about products and services in your area of business. Companies like Kodak, BlackBerry, Atari, and Sega were once at the top of their industry, but somehow they became overconfident and probably they despised their competition at some point, until the competition became too big for them to compete with. There must have been a point when their customers were voicing their opinion, but somehow they did not listen. Now, I'm not saying that it's easy, especially when business is good, but I believe that studying your competition and the voice of their customers can definitely help you stay ahead of your game and keep moving in the right direction. Now, let's be clear, I'm not telling you to mimic everything that your competition does, but it can help you identify pitfalls or, on the contrary, trends that you should seriously consider so that at your own level of business, you don't become the next Kodak. So I hope that this episode has given you practical tips to use right after you've launched your shiny new business, and I'd really like to hear what you've struggled with right after you've launched your business. So please let me know in the comments, and by the way, you'll find the companion blog post on my website, Kaycinho.com. And of course, the direct link is in the description of this episode. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like it as it really helps growing this channel. And if you know someone that could benefit from it, please share it now. If you're not a subscriber, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and smash the notification bell so that you don't miss anything. Now, if you want to brand, market, and grow your business in the digital age, then make sure you subscribe to my email newsletter so that you never miss your share of digital alchemy, as well as tips, tools, services, and case studies that can help you grow your business online. Now, if you've watched all 6 episodes of this module, then you've just completed the 4th module of a course dedicated to take you from the burning desire to become your own boss to actually launching it. And in the next module, we'll tackle the after launch phase of your new business life. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode and this module. I hope to see you around. And in the meantime, don't forget to invest
In your success.